The first thing, especially, tough year. But I think the biggest thing is just, especially headed into Thanksgiving, is just how thankful I am for our older kids, and everything that they've been through. Especially those guys that are fifth year seniors and have been here for, we've got a couple guys that are fifth year guys, and those, 11 seniors that we had out there today. Those guys, from a winning and losing standpoint, had a really tough 4 years of college football. And that was kind of our talk in the locker room was, what's going to allow us, their ability to allow us to come in here and create some really instrumental change, especially off the field, academically and socially, and kind of embracing that new normal is what's going to allow us to be a good football program moving forward, and so really appreciative of those guys. Really, really thankful for those guys, and as a coach, obviously we all know the metric that matters to the majority of people, and that's winning and losing. But, to see some of the looks on those, seniors' faces and, how tough it's been on some of those guys. But, knowing that all those guys are going to have great success in life and be great ambassadors for this program moving forward, that makes it all worth it. And so really appreciative and thankful for them. So first question.
What was the morale like? Were they kind of upset that it was just considering the last game of the season and the Isaiah Rodgers situation? What was the morale like in the locker room?
Afterwards, I think, for us, I think in that locker room afterwards, it was just it's a lot of, older players that have been through a whole lot. I went through a coaching change my senior year, and I know how difficult that is. And so I kind of understand where they are, especially with the season that we've had and kind of where we are as a football program. But, I think more than anything else, it was just, love for one another, and obviously anytime you're in dark times, that's what's going to allow you to survive and continue to build and fight and allow us to move the program forward. So I think more than anything else, just love for those older guys and everything that they've been through, and just general appreciation for them and everything they've been through.
What was your thoughts on the offensive performance? 16 total yards in the first half. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, a little bit shorthanded up front, and so, we had the five that we had, one of which is a little beat up and still wanted to go. So, shorthanded up front, and they're a big physical group, and again, there's a reason that they had the defensive performances they had against, Tennessee, SC, and Boise. They're a good football team, and especially early in the football game, didn't do a great job, run the football, and especially when you play a team like that, first down efficiency is going to be huge, and you got to be able to have successful runs, 3 and 4 yard plays on first down. We're able to get that done. So
there was very little passing over the middle. It seems like just most of it was to the out swing plays or just check downs to the outside. Was there any reason for that?
They're a big drop eight football team, and when you've got three big kids like they do in the middle, it kind of gives them the ability to drop eight in coverage, and so to press the ball downfield, is going to be hard. We knew that we were going to have to go a long way. We knew we were going to have to survive trying to run the football, sustain drives, and weren't able to do it early in the game.
Did you learn anything in this game that you can take moving forward as far as progression?
That's a question you get asked all the time. Especially when things don't go your way. That's not how I'm built, man. We got to keep pressing forward, and we got to do a great job as a football staff and as a football program, becoming more connected. Doing more things with love in our heart, as opposed to a workmanlike attitude. Love for one another, and that'll get us where we need to go.
Have you received any updates on Isaiah?
Absolutely. He is already on his way back, so he is going to be healthy. Down on the football field, he had movement in his extremities. He got a little bit zinged, and obviously I'm the dumb one in my family. I was the only one that didn't become a doctor, so I don't want to say anything out of turn, but he had movement in his hands and feet and was speaking a little bit on the field. I think it was a little bit more precautionary why he got backboarded, but they got there. By the time he had gotten there, he was starting to feel much better. And so he is already on his way back with his family, and obviously a really tough moment for everybody. And I thought our football team handled it well and really complimentary of BYU and, how concerned they were after the game. And, they're a first-class organization. But he's, thank goodness he's healthy. And, hopefully he'll be getting ready to go play on Sundays in the future.
When you get back to work this offseason, what are going to be some of the areas of focus you have?
I think just overall, just general development. We've got to grow, and when I say grow, I don't only mean physically. I don't only mean what you can see tangibly. We've got to grow as a team, and obviously, in your first year, there's so many things that you got to fix, and there's so many things outside the white lines that have got to come first before you truly can make a good football team, especially with the situation we're in. On the APR before we got here, we've dumped an unbelievable amount of time into academics and making sure that our kids perform at a high level outside the white lines, but just becoming more connected, and truly growing as a football team. And that doesn't mean just physically, and can't wait for spring football. Can't wait, obviously we've got, next 2 months are going to be huge for our football program and recruiting. And then as soon as that's over, we'll be back here and, getting better, and really working on our craft and working on the details of what we want to get done.
Seemed like Randall and Bilal gave you a lot in the second half to spark the offense a little bit. What do you see from those two in their final games?
Well, we got Bilal for another one, so that was good. But no, I thought in the second half, I thought we did a much better job up front, giving those guys time, to actually press the ball on the field a little bit. And, the last big inside zone there, did a nice job on the front side, handling some movement, out of a 3-down look and, popped up a nice one there. But I just thought, we kind of settled in, did a better job up front.
On the whole, it seemed like both sides of the ball were executing better in the second half. What did you say at halftime? What do you think that they changed?
Yeah, they helped us a little bit. They slowed some things down and put a bunch of their backups in. But I think for us, it was just, again, why are we really here? And that's to make sure that the seniors, that we make sure we honor them with how we play. Because this is going to be a game that they're going to remember and they're going to live with for the rest of their lives. And we're going to make sure we honor them with how we play. And I thought we did a nice job coming back in the second half and playing well.
You talked about the group connection both on and off the field. I want to see more of that going forward. Do you say that is the goal for your team's identity going forward, or what would you say you want your team's identity to be?
Oh, I think that's been defined. We want to make sure that we play the game, two ways. We have learned how to do one, and we are still learning how to do another. Number one is we want to play the game hard, with great effort, and everything that we do, even at times when, things aren't well, and that's we great effort, we talk effort, we emphasize effort. It's something that we preach every single day, and I think, that we understand how to practice. We understand how to practice the right way. For us, the second thing is playing smart. And truly knowing the details of our jobs, because if you can do those two things, if you can play hard and play smart, you'd be really tough to beat, and so that's where we've got to make a huge jump as a football program going into year two, just details of our jobs, because even if we're going to be outmanned, if we're going to be a little undersized, if we're going to be a little whatever, whatever physical metric there's going to be, there's only two ways to overcome that, and that's with effort and knowing what to do at a high level, and that's where we got to get.
Sure. Ball, you got a couple of big runs, obviously the big run up the middle for the touchdown in the fourth quarter, a couple other big. What was working on those plays? Runs up the middle.
After the half, once we switched to the inside zone runs and everything, it was more productive than the outside zones because they were playing the outside zones really well. And when we started hitting them on the inside zones, we started really getting them hitting and pounding for the yards.
Seemed like the offense as a whole was really quick and better after halftime. What did you see that change?
I would say the mindset, just like we know we was playing for our brothers this last game. Like after Zay went down and stuff like that, a lot of things clicked and changed, and just like a lot of people's mentality, we were just going in and just like focusing more on the little details and just going hard.
For both of you, what are your final thoughts on the overall summary of the season?
I know it didn't go the way we wanted to, but I'm proud of the team and proud of the stride that we've taken, and I feel like we got a lot more to gain as we keep moving forward. So I feel like moving forward, we just got to keep building up, keep moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like this team really set the foundation of our culture. We improved every day as far as playing hard and really just giving our all for our teammates and really coming together and creating that bond that we need for the team going forward. And I'm just proud of all the young guys that had to play even though they might have not have been ready and have really stepped up. And so just I think the team just grew a lot from where we were in the beginning with all the guys we lost, and then to where we are now. We grew even though the results may not show that.
Martin, they got there was a couple of missed tackles that led to some big plays and touchdowns. What were you seeing in the secondary that was working or not working on your side?
They were scheming us up pretty good on some run plays. Just holes were opening up that we weren't expecting. They're blocking it different than we had practiced, so they got some open holes. Luckily, I could chase them down a couple times. But what was working was basically just we were manning them up. You know, they're big guys. They're just going to try to out-physical us. So, I mean, we just had to make the plays when they were presented to us.
Seemed like after the first half, especially after the second quarter, the defense really locked down. Only allowed 7 points in the second half. Is that same thing, changing the mindset after halftime?
Yeah, I mean, when Isaiah went down, everyone knew that we had to play for him. I mean, he's a brother. He's been here with me since 2016, and we really just locked into our keys. I mean, we knew what they were going to do the whole time, and we started making plays. We played for the seniors, and myself included, and we really just we showed that we wanted to be there and really play with passion in the second half. I'm really proud of the guys coming out the way we did.
Bilal, obviously this was the final game for Randall West. Seemed like he also gave you guys a little bit of a spark in the second half. What do you think of his performance today?
His production was good coming in and out of the second half. I know the first drive didn't go well, but once we started running the plays that we needed and just focus on the little details of our jobs, I think we're fine. Just like staying there for pass protection and helping and encourage the O-lineman to protect our quarterback, protect our guy. So we got him the protection we needed for him to make the throws he could make and his reads and everything like that. So he did good coming out in the second half.
For either of you, what was the feeling on the sideline when Bilal went down? I mean, sorry, when Isaiah went down.
it was definitely emotional, and a lot of emotions in the air, and just the feeling, the atmosphere just totally changed. And for me, it was very ecstatic and emotional. Just going in at that next drive on offense, I played with a purpose in the first place, but then I added to my purposes once Zay went down. Just like it was just a different atmosphere and vibe.
Martin, obviously, you're graduating, and I hear that you have some big plans. Can you tell me a little bit about how you're feeling as this chapter comes to an end?
It's bittersweet. I mean, I've spent 3.5 years here, played every game. I've seen a lot of guys come and go, and to go out there in my last game and just see how we came in the second half was really, really made me proud. I'm excited for what's to come in the future. But I'm definitely gonna miss. I'm gonna miss the culture. I miss these coaches, the way they care about us and really dove into us to help us grow. I miss my teammates that I've spent this whole year with and past years with, and just that everyday grind that football players have to go through that most people don't realize that just makes you stronger in the end.